It's a beautiful thing, man. Music is a beautiful thing. Alright. Music is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, baby. It's a beautiful thing.
I know a lot of you guys watch daily, and for the daily viewers, it's nice to actually get a grasp on what's going on. And we've been doing a lot of shredding and not really that much talking, so I'll try to keep it to a minimum, but we're gonna break down what's been going on here. Right now, I'm in Wilmington at T-Cap's house. T-Cap's got a little spot here near Mount Snow, and the reason we've been driving around in the Ranger is because the RV has been getting wrapped all black in New Hampshire. We didn't expect it to take so long, so that's why we've been forced to be in my little pickup truck and to be staying in T-Cap's house right now that we are so thankful and so grateful for. He bounced back to Connecticut to go drop off Mike Dawsey, who's got a bunch of gigs coming up over the next month, from the pop-up jam in Woodward this weekend to Dew Tour and X Games, and the kid's career is taking off, and I'm so grateful, even though I'm also so sad that we're not going to be having Dawsey's body or his beautiful photos or his beautiful face and beard anywhere near us for probably like a month. So that's where those boys are. Me and Daly are posted up right now, chilling, taking care of our bodies. It's like 9 o'clock. I spent most of the morning trying to do as much recovery as I can because we have just been ripping so hard. We rode Killington yesterday like crazy. It was a gnarly 2-hour drive in the car, all jammed in there, and I woke up with a little kink in my back. So I'm just doing what I can to make sure that the cuerpo is on point. We're about to go to the store, get a bunch of food, and actually make some real nutrients for this body. At some point, we're gonna be shredding today. I also have to pack up a bunch of merch. I got my stickers that I ran out of that are shipped to Connecticut, also along with a bunch of the beanies that I sold out of. So anybody who's been waiting for any orders for not only my cvlog beanies or my stickers, but also Daily Wears merch, it's all spread out. It's either in Connecticut or it's in the RV, but we got the clearance that the RV is gonna be done being wrapped. The thing is all black and it's gonna be sick. We're gonna pick that up tonight, hopefully, and that's where all the merch is. After that, we'll be able to be cruising back around, give you guys a little heads up of our tour, where we're gonna be going and whatnot. I wanna say right now that next Sunday is gonna be firing, and we are more than likely going to be in Rhode Island surfing. So if anybody's in Rhode Island and they surf and they wanna meet up, we're most likely gonna be there next weekend. It's also, I believe, dumping in certain parts of Japan. So we're trying to figure out where we're gonna be, where we can park the RV, and when we're going to be flying out, and who's going to be coming to Japan, which is all going to be going down within the next couple weeks, and we're going to be spending multiple weeks there. That is one of the hardest ones to budget and travel, and with all the money that we've been spending this year, I have an idea to not only give back to you guys, but also potentially give you guys the option to help us out by auctioning off, if you guys saw the 152 2020 Lego double barrel that I rode that one time at Copper. I don't know how it's going to work. I believe I might do it through Patreon or something, but stay tuned. I might announce it by the end of this vlog. I'm going to be auctioning off for like either 10 or 20 bucks. You can get a couple entries to potentially win a board that I've ridden only one time and is the brand new 2020 152 Lego snowboards. So I appreciate, first of all, everybody who supports on Patreon. We've gotten a couple new ones recently. At the end of this video, I'm just going to drop all of my Patreons because I don't give you guys enough support or love. But as you know, there's just so many things going on. I'm making videos every single day. We're traveling around. I'm packing up my own merch and selling my own merch. We have avocado apparel going on. If anybody's subscribed to the Dub Nation email, you'll know I haven't sent an email out in like over a month because that takes at least an hour to write up and do all of that. We got the giveaways going on, which I have to remember to ship out that kind of stuff. And we're trying to collaborate with different companies, not to mention promoting and doing all of the filming and recording and editing of my own videos, and trying to manage a TikTok and a Facebook and an Instagram. We're posting things on Reddit, and life's crazy. We're just trying to do as much as we can while we can, and I'm putting 100% of my effort in. So I know I should be doing more on Patreon. I know I should be staying true to these tiers and stuff, but it's basically just a platform where if you guys can, not asking at all, but if you have a little bit extra and you've gotten something out of these videos and we've actually taught you something, or you've made a move in your life that maybe you wouldn't have done in case we didn't give you the tips or the ideas or the motivation, then you can just throw down whatever you want that's in your budget to help support the dream. And I'm claiming 100% of my body, every single ounce of energy that I have of gratitude goes to all of you guys, because you seriously are the ones that make it happen. And to anybody who isn't on Patreon, who doesn't have that, I thank you guys just as much, even more. The clicks, the views, the watches, the shares, it all means so much. And I just want to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart, because we're putting our all into this. And it's been the dream. It's been cold. It's been messy, stinky. There's stuff everywhere. We got freaking parts all over the place. We got gear all over the place, but we're doing our best. And that's all you can do. That's all anybody can do, is put their all in and hopefully get like 6 hours of sleep every night. So I know there's a bunch more that I wanted to say, but this is a lot of talking right now in one shot. So we're going to jump into this day. I'm going to knock the stair gun out. We're going to get some food in this cuerpo. We're going to ride at some point. And yeah, it's just nice to get all that off and to keep you guys in the loop of everything that's going on. Let's jump into this.
Chef's house like that.
We're live.
That's exactly what we need for some recovery.
Grateful for the cuerpo.
Woo! Boys and girls, we made it! On the Tuesday there. Nitro's closed. That can only mean that it's heavy conditions right now. But it's, what day is it?
Beautiful.
You know what day it is?
I don't know, but it is sick.
It's midweek.
Stoking.
It's midweek.
Thursday. No, it's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
I want to say it's 2:30. We got an hour and a half. I'm sore as I could possibly be, but we made it here. And we decided that we want to give you guys a tutorial today, because we have not done a tutorial, I don't think, all year. So we're going to do how to hit a jump with the correct speed / and/or how to know the correct speed when hitting a jump for the first time, because it can be gnarly. Especially, they're building Inferno to our left, by the way, which is, I don't know if you can tell, but there's a massive 60-foot booter. Ooh, being perfectly shaped. And
So sketchy if you don't know your speed.
it can be pretty intimidating and very sketchy if you don't know your speed. So maybe one of the first things that I would suggest before we actually get into doing it on your own is, tell them, Daly, you said it this morning,
Find a homie that is comfortable with the jumps and follow their speed and pace side by side with them, and go off the side a few times and watch them and follow.
Yep. You can go around it and watch them as you cruise down the whole hill, right next to them, getting the feel for how fast you're going. And then when they go up the lip and they go to hit the jump, you can just kind of turn to the side and watch them hit it and make sure that they clear it right. But you do want to take into effect that if you're a little kid or if you're a big guy, your speed's going to be different. If your board is different, or if you haven't waxed everything, there's always so many different variables that come into effect. So that is a good rule, but you have to take those into effect. Then when you go to hit the jump yourself with that person in front of you, if they're mobbing and you're mobbing right behind them and you can tell that the difference between you guys is not changing and they start to go up the jump, then you should feel comfortable hitting it. But if you're going down at the same speed and then all of a sudden a gap starts to create between you guys and you notice that they're going faster, then you can turn your board sideways, slide up the jump and just roll down the backside. But actually be careful, because sometimes like these big jumps, they make a little roller down the back, but if you go out west, sometimes it could just be a chopped off wall and you can't slide up and just jump off the back. You go to Super Park, you're literally going off a 25-foot wall of ice. So that's your little morning breakdown. We're gonna get some runs in right now, and then as we hit these jumps, figure out what else we can tell you guys to help you with your jump hitting capabilities.
Exactly, and we'll break her down a little more.
Break her down, Bob.
I'm still learning myself.
That's true.
We are. Jumps are scary. They're gnarly.
Jet bro.
Jet bro! Woo! The fashions!
I don't think we ever told anybody either. Jet bro is Daly's dog. And for some reason, when you say yeah bro, kind of sounds like Jet bro. And we miss Jet. Let's get a clip of Jet real quick. Oh, Jet bro!
Let's get warmed up.
I'm yet to get that. Are you ready? Or you want me to hit him?
How you get them?
Want me to test them? See, also, if you haven't hit them, and it could be crazy conditions like this, have somebody who for sure knows what they're doing. I've been hitting these jumps at Mount Snow for 9 years. They're normally shaped the same. I hit them the other day. I hit them the day before that, so I'm gonna be the tester.
And there's always usually people passing through that know what's up, so wait for them and watch them. Let's test this. I'm gonna count this guy's turn. See what the speed looks like. All right, that was about the same speed. A little slower. Woo! Casey carries a lot more speed than me, so I'm gonna have to go a little faster.
So as you guys saw, I didn't hit that last one. We got some fresh snow, and when there's a lot of snow, usually it makes it slower, and it's not worth it if you don't feel like you're going fast enough to hit the jump. What I did, that I believe is smart, is I pointed it as fast as I could, knowing I didn't have enough speed, and then at the last second, I turned my board sideways and I scraped all the snow that I could off of the jump. So hopefully, I will be able to ride my same track down straight towards the jump next time, and then be able to hit it. We'll see. Yo, in between any long features that you can, give her a swipe. It's getting real blurry.
Got to wipe her down. Got to wipe her real.
You want these, or you want me to do one more breakdown?
You do another breakdown.
I got a fast one. All right, so I'm gonna come in extremely fast to this first one. The biggest tip that I could give you if you're hitting a jump by yourself for the first time is that having a little bit of extra speed is better than not having enough, because you can pop to go farther, but if you don't make it far enough, you're just gonna go higher and then you're gonna case the jump even harder. If you have extra speed, here's the tip. If you're all the way compressed, you're kind of screwed because you can't compress anymore. If you're stiff-legged, you're kind of screwed because you can't pop anymore. If you keep yourself somewhere right in the middle with your body athletic stance not arching over, but bent down halfway in the middle, you have a variability between absorbing and popping depending on your speed. When you get to the top of the jump and you're in the middle of your bent stance, you can see the knuckle. As you're riding towards the bottom of the lip of the jump, you can't see the knuckle. So you have to keep your awareness on how far you think you have to go. So extra speed is better, and then as you get to the top of the jump, you have a fraction of a second where you have to be as quick as you can to think, I need to go further or I need to go smaller. How you go further is by popping. How you go smaller is by absorbing. I'm gonna go as fast as I can into this jump right now, and I'm gonna absorb. So you're gonna see that if I was to be stiff-legged, it would pop and launch me way too far. And if I was to be all the way down, I would be already absorbed and I wouldn't be able to slow down any further. You ready for this?
That was the heaviest thing I've ever heard. What he said.
Point it. So if you guys can tell, the speed from that run and the run just one before was completely different. We got like a 1/4 inch of snow on that last run, and you could be hitting the same jump all day long, and the next run, the speed can completely change. So you gotta be on point. I pointed as fast as I could, and I barely cleared that thing. But if you can tell, I absorbed, and that's mostly why. You shave off all your speed by absorbing your pop, and it keeps you really low to the ground and sends you more of a ski racer style trajectory straight across rather than popping up. If when I had gotten to the top of that jump, I realized that I didn't have enough speed and I wanted to go further, you can pop because you're halfway absorbed, and that'll make you go further by going higher in the air and hopefully travel further and make it into the landing.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Here we go though. They opened up nitro. They shut down heavy metal. That was Daly's first heavy metal. What do you think about that chairlift, bro?
That's the best chairlift. Slow, mellow, lounging.
I don't know if anybody's been through this yet.
We got fresh tracks on.
Wow. Give everyone a go?
Alright. I don't know how to break it down, but
Well, we'll break it down after with what happens. I would tell you to point it right now because it's pretty slow, and then you can speed check. Yeah, I know that. Smaller body, go slower. A lot more wind resistance.
so for that one right there, I straight lined it because I was feeling that I didn't have enough speed. So I knew that I wasn't gonna have enough speed, so I left my legs straight so I could absorb the landing when I landed. And that's very crucial if you're going not far enough or too far, because you need to absorb the landing to make it so you don't crumble when you hit.
Yep.
And another factor is using your board too as a spring, so you can land tail first with your legs extended and then absorb.
Yep.
That's very crucial. A couple things to help you through it.
Yeah, you're not always going to be landing in the sweet spot, so learning how to take a bail or a fall or a case is crucial. And like he said, your tail kind of can bend and absorb it and take maybe 5% of the stomp away, and then your feet can take another little bit, and then your knees, ankles, all that stuff, legs, until finally your body compresses and takes the rest of it, which if you do it right can only be like 50%. I would way rather break my board, my tail, my gear, or anything like that rather than myself. Your body's number one. What year is it, ladies and gentlemen?
Cuerpo. You're the cuerpo.
The final tip that I want to kind of give you guys is the reason that I'm able to hit a jump on nitro that could be 5 feet all the way to a super park jump, which can be 90 feet, or a backcountry jump, which should be 100 feet, is time on a board. That's where air awareness comes from.
Yeah.
And as you can tell, I can go to a different mountain that I've never been to before and first run through, hit the entire park and the entire jump line without even thinking, because when you've ridden for as long as I have, there's something that isn't really teachable, which is awareness of your surroundings. And when it comes to jumping, I can look at a jump and I can pretty much tell you how big it is, and I can't tell you how fast you're gonna go. We don't have speedometers on our boards or in our goggles, but when I'm coming in, there's some feeling that I have inside where I can actually tell if I'm going too fast or if I'm going too slow. And Woo! It's windy. I hope you guys can hear this. But when you get that feeling, that's when the tips that we gave you will actually come into effect, and you can either absorb, or you can pop, or you can turn and slow down. But just always remember that it's not worth it. If you're not feeling comfortable, do not do it. You can always bail out.
Oh yeah, until you feel in your gut that it's correct and you're envisioning it through your head. And you're envisioning something bad, just stay clear and wait till you can envision yourself from start to finish killing it.
That's my number one. If you can't picture yourself completely stomping it with your eyes closed to the point where you actually feel the satisfaction of landing it, and you can't repeat that in your head over and over again, then don't do it. Because realistically, you don't even have to do something for the first time. It's all in your mind. If you can put it down in your head and you can fully stomp it and feel yourself bolting it, you open your eyes, like I always say, now you just gotta do it again. It's the second time. Let's go find some pow, dude. Enough of this jumping on a crazy, weird, cloudy, icy brick powder day.
Look at this, bro. The boys are out here.
Woo! Hey! Chat, bro!
A little snowy out here. Oh! Woo!
Voice echoes in the night.
Oh my God! Oh, Casey Willax. Come on, shit! Woo! What's up? How are you?
What's good, Don?
Yes!
How you doing, bro?
You guys are sick! I've watched you for months! Yeah, dude! Yes! How was the indoor part?
Legendary, right?
That looks sick!
It was so good. Thank you, brother.
I love you guys so much! Later, dude! Chad, stay happy! up to the stallion, dude. Oh, my bad, dog. Woo! Yeah.
It's Maddie.
How you doing,
that ride back from the airport last year.
Oh yeah, what's up, dog?
No way.
How you doing?
How you been, bro?
Real good.
Doing, bro.
Yee!
He's out here.
What up, my guy? Chilling.
Oh, really?
My boy told me to come up, and I just came up.
No way.
What's up, bro?
What's up, dude? Yo, can we get some laps or what?
This guy's hyped over here. What's your name, dog?
Richie.
Richie.
Yeah, what's up, brother?
Brian.
Over stoked, my
Over
man.
stoked.
It's all about the stoke, the dream.
It's a fact. What's going on, bro?
Casey. Yeah, I know.
He's been dying for this.
Boys. Yo, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, brother.
Look at this. You freaking hate to see that. A little rivet action.
What we get one for the vlog, dude? What we getting no vlog?
No mama's way!
Oh yeah, boys. Good vibes, boys. Woo! So heavy. Oh, my business.
Guys are stoked, was more stoked than me. And those guys are all over super stokers.
All right, what a day. What a dream day. I had a couple things I wanted to finish saying. I don't even remember the stoke so high. I'm giving out tips out of nowhere now.
About the jumps or about the stoke?
The jumps. Oh, I wanted to say that you want to remember when you're mobbing down towards the kicker that you're going to want to be seeming like you're going way faster than you should, because you got to go all the way down, and then you got to remember you're going back up the kicker, and you need to have enough speed to launch over the kicker, over the whole jumps, and then down in the landing. So you may seem like you're going way too fast, but especially within jumps like Inferno, you got a huge kicker you got to climb and then still have enough speed to do the trajectory over it all. More speed is better.
Facts.
I guess the last one would just be work your way up. Don't just go trying to hit a 30-foot jump. Even if it's the beginning of the day, work your way up throughout the day and throughout your progression. It's not all about looking cool. It's about being able to ride every day. And the only way you're gonna do that is by staying healthy. The only way you're gonna stay healthy is staying in your progression zone and just reaching a little bit further out from it.
100%.
The last one
Work your way up.
was a little bit more advanced, but you want more speed if you're gonna be spinning the same exact jump. So if you got the speed dialed for your straight airs, remember, you're gonna scrub a little bit when you're jumping if you're spinning. So you wanna take a little bit more speed in. That's that.
That is it.
Hope you guys are nuking over some jumps. Hope you guys got something out of this. You already know we're doing full daily vlogs. If you guys are hyped on it, smash the sub. We're going back to the Casa right now. I don't know if we're going to get this RV or whatnot. We just got word that Inferno opens tomorrow, which is basically the reason I'm alive. So you have to stay tuned if you want to find out.
Stay tuned for the stoke, boys.
Stay tuned for the stuff.